back to the Chelsea rundown for Ep18. This is, of course, the men's third for round 6, which took place Sunday, the 12th of October, and it was Chelsea versus Springvale. Ace, what were your thoughts on this game, mate?
This one was always going to be a bit of a tough one. We've had them pretty well penciled in that we know that they're a pretty solid team. They've got a few really good experienced players down there. Players like Mickey Warren, who won the MVP in our league last season. And Scott Bales, a couple of guys down there can really crunch the ball, and that's what they did on the weekend. Look, I thought we were pretty amicable at the end of the day, but look, they're a tough team, and if we want to go the distance, these are the sorts of teams that we're going to have to learn how to knock off. This team very well could be our Mornington.
Yeah, fair call, man. Fair call. Take me through the lineup, please.
Yeah, so obviously with my absence, the team's been pretty standard at the moment. Connor, Nico, Roscoe, Brooksy. I know he's a bit whingy about that fourth spot. He much as prefers the third. So when I get back in that spot, he's just keeping it warm for me. Jimbo got a bit of a promotion after his efforts 2 weeks ago after the bye. Dazzler slotted himself right there in the middle. Matty D, Humbles, Tom, Trav, yourself, and Lukey.
It was a fine lineup. It'll be great when we have you back in there, mate. We are missing you. But take me through, first off this evening, our pitching versus Springvale.
Yeah, like I said, they're a pretty good team, especially in the hitting department, and they certainly showed out on the day. A few errors here and there didn't sort of really help us, and a few little sort of weird little mistakes that generally probably wouldn't happen didn't help us either. But at the end of the day, they're a team that they got 8 hits, but in that 8 hits, they scored 14 runs and 11 RBIs, and unfortunately, that's conducive of a loss unless you're going to turn around and do the same. Lukey Martin was amicable in his 3 innings, managed to only give up the 5 hits. He pitched a total of 79 pitches for 40 strikes, which is a pretty good damn strike rate, just a bit over 50%. Unfortunately, gave up the 7 runs. 4 of those which were earned, got 3 strikeouts. Connor came in afterwards. Connor's coming back from a bit of a bicep injury, so I saw him sort of trying a few different throwing techniques on the weekend. I had a chat with him in the dugout just to ask him sort of what was going on, and he was just trying to get a little bit of movement on the ball. So, early in the season, that's fine. He's just trying to experiment, trying to, increase the arsenal.
Yeah, watching the footage here, mate, I noticed after a few pitches he's rubbing the arm. Do you have a sort of health update? How's the arm feeling? Is the injury fully recovered from?
I believe it was a bicep strain, and these things take time. And look, Connor's lucky Father Time's on his side. Unlike me, his Father Time left me for dead for about 9 years ago. Connor will make a full recovery, but I don't think, from what I've heard, that he wanted to start pitching on the weekend. He's just easing himself back into it. But we'll have a chat with him training tomorrow night. And Roscoe, he came in. Bit of a relief at the end, but yeah, the game was pretty well and truly over by that stage. And look, Roscoe himself knows that he's a bit of a work in progress, and he's still increasing on his arsenal.
Early days in the season, mate. Plenty of room to improve on that mound.
Yeah, from us, 2 years ago, where we really didn't have any pitching stock, to be able to go up there and throw up 3 quality guys who can throw quality pitches across the plate is a massive increase for us. So we're only going to get better and stronger. And
yeah,
look, these boys will take away from the experience of the game, and we'll knock them off next time.
That we will, mate. How did we go in the field, though? There were a couple of nice plays, I thought, on the day.
Yeah, a couple of nice plays. One, I was going to fetch a ball that had been fouled out. I was side on view to your tee. I think you heard me shouting out, good spot, good spot. You took a lovely little fly ball catch there. You'd actually got another really good play, that run out at third. I was watching that, and I thought, what a perfectly placed throw. Like, I think Brooksy, he put his glove up and he just threw the thing straight to him. So that was a fair effort.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun, that one.
Yeah, so, and I know you've been working on your throwing techniques a lot, so it's great to see those sorts of things, because we're all building and we're all learning, and it's great to see like those little bits of improvement come out in games.
Yeah, little sparks early. Hopefully they'll be flaming by the end of the season.
Yeah, Connor did a great little sliding out, ball hit straight back to him, running over to first. It was an absolute ripper of a play.
Yep.
And just our standard blokes, everyone getting up there and trying to do a bit for everyone. And look, they were a strong hitting side, and they were putting a lot of pressure on us in the field. And, I think in total, like, we stood up pretty well. We did have a few errors on the day, but, you got to get that.
Yeah, we did, man. But there were, a lot of fantastic players on the day. I noticed here it was a lot of Nico doing some business with the ball as well in the highlights package, which is great to see. Good on you, Nico. Nice work. How did we go in the batting ace?
Yeah, unfortunately, not our finest batting day. Well, we did amass the 8 hits, but unlike Springvale, we only had the 3 runs across the plate, and unfortunately, we weren't able to put pressure on them in that sense by getting guys on bases, and that's just something that we've really got to work on. I know Daz screams at us, we got to hit, we got to hit, we got to hit, and although we might be hitting, we got to get on base and we got to put pressure on them. You know, that's just how it is. And look, I'll be back in probably the next week or two, so that'll add another depth to our batting lineup. And yeah, big shout out to Tommy. I'm just seeing the highlights. He hit this one, and I thought that thing was going out of here. Absolutely smacked it.
It made a beautiful sound on the day.
And the trajectory of the way that it came off the bat and the way that it was flying, and the centre fielder did exactly what I would have done. He was going, this thing's going over my head. There was a slight little breeze out there.
There was, yep.
For whatever it was, that ball seemed to get up and must have hit a bit of a cloud and just came straight back down. You could see the centre fielder sort of second guessed himself and then had to charge in at the last second. I think Connor got a big double on the day. That was a great hit. Roscoe busting the cherry for the season. Lovely little double there. It was an absolute tonker of a hit. And Matty D had 2 great hits as well. So, look, all in all, we batted pretty well, but unfortunately, we just weren't able to put the pressure on them with runs.
Not well enough, unfortunately. But once again, mate, we're starting to click. I reckon we'll get there. It's we're warming up. We're just warming up, stretching our legs 6 rounds in. That brings us, of course, to the final score, mate. How did it look?
14-3 was the final score, and like I said before, Springvale a really quality outfit, and there wasn't anything that they were throwing that we can't hit and we can't knock around. We've got to just tighten up a few things in the field and just put more pressure on them on the board. And I think we'll have their number.
Yeah, we will. Come grand final, we'll see you there, Springvale. But that brings us to the Golden Flipper race. Tell me, mate, who is nominee 1 this week?
Well, I've got to give it to my boy Roscoe. I've got a lot of love for the man, and he's been training with us even since last winter. It's great to see him go out there and have a bit of success. I know he's had a bit of doubt in himself. He's reached a couple of times on error, and I think I gave him a big slap up. I said, "Don't make me come down and watch you guys on Sunday, and you don't get a hit, Roscoe, because you'll be hearing a bit of flack anyway." I think I yelled out, "You suck 45." You might have heard it on the game footage, and he smacked this thing over the third baseman's head, straight past the left fielder and through the cones for a double. Great to see a man like that who just always comes down and always gives 100%, have a great hit.
Yeah, it was an absolute ripper hit. I'm going to have to get some pointers off you on Wednesday night, Roscoe. I know I need some work in the bloody batter's box myself. Nominee 2 this evening, Ace. Whom is it?
This one's a bit of a different one, and it's just a big shout out to Daz because he just had an absolute engine on him. We all sort of take it a little bit for granted that he's 55, but on this one, he reached on an error which was nearly it out. He really hoofed it out. He then proceeded to steal second base, and then from second base on a Matty D hit, got all the way back around. It was just an all-round effort play, and he really does lead from the front. We follow him from behind, and because of that, Daz, I had to give you a nomination.
Absolutely, Daz. It is fantastic to see your, years of experience of baseball on display there, man. Absolutely fantastic play. I loved it myself. Nominee 3 this evening, Ace.
So nomination 3 is back to my, I'll call him the younger brother. A ball comes flying back to him. He managed to pick it up, and he ran it away, all the way across and slid in. Past, or maybe, I don't know if he slid in or fell in, and managed to fall in and get the out at first. It was an absolute effort play by Connor. It's nothing that we haven't seen him do before, and he's renowned at the club for his legs, and this was just another fine performance of Connor just turning on the jets and outrunning that guy.
It was fantastic. I love it when the players put their body on the line. It's much like myself trying to slide into second. All right, Ace, there's our 3 nominees.
Hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second.
What breaking news is there?
Yeah, I think we might have a 4th this week. Yep, yeah, we definitely do.
Oh, look at this.
This one goes out to our girl, Jay Walters, Jess, the Queen of the Diamonds, and AKA Crazy Hair, who last week's game went 4 for 4, 6 RBIs, had an absolute smashing stellar of a game. Jess, it's an absolute pleasure to watch you play and pleasure to see you have great performances like this. So I had to give you a nomination, Jay. You well deserved it, and the girls' teams are also, you're leading them very well.
Great work, J-Dub. It is fantastic to get down there and see the women play on Saturdays, boys. Open invitation. Come on down. Ace, I've got to ask you, where does your vote this evening sit for the nominees?
Oh, I haven't even really fully decided yet.
Well, then I'll go first, mate. I've got to give it to Connor. This bloody diving play to get the out at first just lit me up in left field. I was so excited. I just wanted to be in amongst it. Great work, Connor. Just inspirational stuff. I love seeing this kind of dedication to going after a ball. Ace, does that help you at all? Where are you sitting?
Yeah, look, I'm going to have to go with the skipper. It was just an effort play for me, and it was something that got the first run on the board for us. And although it wasn't one singular play, it was a singular whole section of it, like everything that he did. I really felt like he just went all out on that one.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. So there's our votes. How's the poll looking, mate?
Well, we haven't put the poll up this week, so I can't give any updates at the moment. But I wanted to keep the secret Jess's one a bit of a secret, so I'll put it up after this.
Very good, mate. Well, in that case, tune in next week to the Chelsea Rundown, and we can give you the results from this week's Golden Flipper nominees. Ace, that brings us to the end of another show, mate. Thank you so much for co-hosting with me. Will you be down there tomorrow night, training on Wednesday?
100%. We're going to give this ankle a bit of a run through and see how it holds up.
Beautiful. Hopefully you can give me some hitting tips. That'll come in handy.
You're hitting just fine, mate. Don't stress.
We'll get there. Reminder, everybody, do come on down Wednesday nights for training, and the link to the full show, should you wish to see the 14-3 defeat we suffered, the link to that is in the description of this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Ace, thanks for joining me.
All right.
I'm gonna run as fast as I can run.